program muka kawo na muka bashi suna Dandalin mata. Well, muka ce aure is broad. Kuma bamu da definite definition dai na aure. Abin da zan faɗi ne aure zama ne na ban so in ce zama na soyayya saboda soyayya na karewa. Isa zama aure zama ne na tausayi kuma na ibada. Sannan mu kawo soyayya mu zo mu support. Isa ni in my little knowledge na aure ne haka dai zan define aure.
Concept. To. Fauzia. Me saki gani a rayuwar mutum namiji ko mace da dai barki conclude kaman this is a good marriage, no, this is a bad marriage, no, this woman is in a good marriage. Meaning,
well, first of all, every time you nachiba, I'm gonna talk about auring kirking, a good marriage. It should have peace. You know, if a marriage doesn't have peace, the moment you see the person, it's like kinda gun mission.
You see it from every angle.
Exactly. But when there's peace, the glow is different.
I love that.
The confidence is different. I mean, the way the person carries himself, you know that no, this person is coming from a home that is peaceful. That's my definition of a good marriage.
Yes, I love that. You know, yeah, I love that word. So when you see someone who is in a good marriage, you're looking at the glow and even the growth.
Yeah.
You see, good marriages give you that that seat. It gives you that space to be able to become who you want to be, whether man or woman, regardless of who you were before the marriage. When you are in a good marriage, like people can perceive the aroma around you that hey, this woman, this man is peaceful.
Yeah.
Okay. And bad marriages. When you see a woman, I usually say that since I became an adult, that there is nothing that can take away a woman. There's nothing that can make you just downplay you than marriage. You see, marriage, if you would make any mistake in life, don't dare make the mistake of marrying a wrong person. No matter how handsome, beautiful, no matter how intellectual the person is, no matter how wealthy the person is, if you go into that marriage, usually look, people would see you looking you being 30 and you would look like you're 70 because it has happened to a lot of women. We've seen it and it's not a good story. No. Okay, so from that angle, today marriages are facing crisis. When we say crisis, look, it is facing crisis. Is it women saying their husbands are not being good to them? Is it women saying that their husbands are cheating, they are sleeping around? Is it men saying that, you see, this woman, I cannot continue with her? You see, Meya Faru, menene be je daidai ba a cikin zangonnan mu, a cikin zamantakewar mu, wani ilimi ne ya kamata mu samu da ba mu samu ba, da yabal the most greatest foundation of every society is crumbling. The stories you hear, it is not encouraging.
At all.
You see, these stories will not even let you even yearn for marriage. Go on, Zona. No, am I the only person? Or maybe you have different perspective, opinions about today's marriage and its crisis.
Okay, so first and foremost, I'm going to say that, Usually, more issue is muna set unrealistic expectation. It's like it's the number one problem, you know, we all have, especially on the side of Mumata.
Okay,
Yes. Exactly. And it's like wanga, it cuts across.
Okay.
Can't understand. Bele Mumata, we grew up, you know, thinking that Namijina Yafi he's supposed to protect you. Chicken Yasunaishi, fairy tale Munache, Prince Charming.
Prince Charming.
It's supposed to be your knight in the shining armor.
The perfect person.
Yes. And Muna expect, come on, the person has to be perfect. Yafi is sanyenda ake lalashe mata, ake dubom mata, ake treat mata. But one thing we forget is that you, the woman, you are from a different home. You have different values. So there's no way in the kubiu that kuzama could like maybe komi
because it is two imperfect people
Exactly.
working towards having a good life.
Yes.
We can't say a perfect life.
So the moment we come to terms with one another, ni nagan kama our mo yai kill. When we come to terms with this our mo, we wouldn't have a problem.
That's a good point. So Khadija.
But to add to Abinda Ziyata Fadi, I think my expectation, it all comes back to expectations. Expectations then are high. It's a machine getting our carry, and then you wouldn't say far than reality. And then kuma machine far asking in at the baker's a lot of questions come. Did I do the right thing or na abnena by day but if that's the case but in so we go kwanyi nka one day that one is able to chicken our na kuma mostly kuma for the kuma more matter this princess kind of lifestyle now I don't know tell novellas you just can't explain because kingan machi and looking at the fact that muhaje abinda adini further about matter ma kai namiji kawai kamata duba mace completely. So women have that perception kama yakamata miji na yakamata eminu komi
that they don't put in effort in
their life. So if it happened that week manamiji kama yatashi the safi she ke komi from no there are instances where when women are like people find themselves in relationships common dating boyfriend girlfriend they would want the guy to be providing for them and may she be provide mayadama doli compose you have to be giving them money so in that sense then she abin shiga cikin aure she ya zama
matsala
akanan because ya kamata ya tashi da safe a ce kamar ya je let's say 20 cities could have been gobe so the next time they zo but then she cow so we are not able to compromise she can come differences na ya fara zuwa da yawa
duba magananga it's balle da muke girma akwai wani magana da aka fadi ma mata in kika je aure in alheri kawo gida in matsala yazo in bashi yazo bar ma mijinki it's from a very young age we groom the girl child to have it in mind that she cannot be who she wants to be she cannot set attainable goals for her life. She shouldn't even do anything. That's all not a yes. The shara. Akwai wanda dai zo ya doke ta ya biya mata bill center. Har ya kai ta aure wani tana son ya yi mata komai ya kai ta school ya biya mata fees. He's not your father, mind you. It is marriage.
That's where the disrespect mostly
yes.
in.
And also even wanga mace da take so at the same time a kai ta school ko abu da mata shop ko wani abu nan ko abu da mata shop nan the same woman tana son mijinta ya duba iyayenta oh ya kuri mu yi maza adalci na ga no mu musu adalci
gaskiya
mutum guda rai guda salary nawa ne
da instance kin ji mata na farkam ni dai ina so namiji ne zai duba ne duba iyaye da family na duka gaba ne
you are his number one priority you are his number one responsibility. Your parents do not come into that question. No. Wouldn't none day I'm a mother adulty. Wouldn't get him man now ne. Start having now mutaneke karwa. So yeah, and the mentality that case I'm a girl child and then come she cannot do anything by herself except start I won't meeting. It is a problem. The yakamata muduba me mu solving shi. So maybe kumanta kunga na cewa kaman akwai waɗanda ake kiransu masu sa rigan addini which mostly does not really mean that mutane addini ne kin san kaman Khadija this thing about mata kakuyi aiki. You see all the magananga, it is a broad conversation, but that mu kawo shi in the scope of magananga da muke yi. Kata yi aiki dole ta zama maka liability because yau hannu da hannu ke gamuwa ake tabi, hannu guda ba zai yi tabi ba, shi da hannu bi. And kace mamace isa wanga duka, it's from both parents. The one akwai parents ne, they don't support their children. Mace da ta aure ba ta da aikin yi, amma an cika mata kayan kensu na. Ba ta da aikin yi. Wai in kika je gidan mijinki, ta mijinki ya hana ki aiki fa. Ba mu duba wannan side of the story.
Kaman dai bari mu ta bakin ki.
Oh,
I think that aspect a ce kaman kar mace ta yi aiki and all that an doke shi from bangare na addini. But then she manta kuma even ma Nana Khadija she was a businesswoman. She was a businesswoman, a big time businesswoman. But by our renter ma either by Hanata Aikiba, she was still in charge, controlling the affairs of her business. Abin ta yi daidai ta ba mijinta ya shiga mata gaba aikinta, and she was still working.
Her wealth is what actually helped in propagating Islam. So just imagine if probably
we allow women to work.
Kaki aiki kuna tama
da musulunci ya kai no muka duba like zamu shift kadan by its importance. Muka duba auren da Annabi yayi ma da kanshi mace da ta zama influential woman. Me yasa je ya dai ya aure kowane mace ba? Yasa mata dole ne mu yi aiki, kuma dole ne mu samu wani name attached to ourselves. Kuma
arzikin mu kuma yana da albarka.
Yana da albarka.
Arzikin mu
domin yau ma arzikin mace ya aje musulunci.
Ya zaunar da addinin musulunci. In ba ka yadda ba, in ba ki yadda ba, ki je ki visit history ya ga ya miki. I love this.
So dai na nashiyar din mace dai dole ko ta yaya kamata a ta nemi wani sana'a tana yi. Duka ga yana cikin aure ya zauna.
Nace yanzu kika ga ma'aurata, in kika ga ma'aurata na jin daɗi kudi ne fa.
Of course.
Support ne wo. Kin ga kina support mijinki, kina shi da kanshi na kullu ya zo gidan nan. Bed ni shi ya zo kasa, kin ga ni gida ya yi daɗi. To our most, I would say one of the most important thing da ya kamata in tambaye ku. Batu da wai red flags. Red flags. Loopholes. Menene Fauziya mace da ta gani, namiji kuma dai gani ya kau da ido wai an ce ma wani abu soyayya.
Okay, na farko na use wangan da muka hit kai na yanzu gano. I mean, yafi ki namijin nan ki gane kaman in yazo batun mata, wurin aikin mata, wurin zuwa school ki neme ilimi, when abunish stands in she. It's very important ki Ghana stands in she because akwana miji ina da wannan mindsets kaman na reki ya fi ki zama gida ki nakini ki iPhone ki duba yara. Maybe he might tell you kaman ba oh kaki damu na duba ki sister.
It's a red flag. No, it is a red walking red carpet.
Yes.
red banner.
Yes, it is a walking red carpet.
Please don't. Then can you question?
Yeah.
If for nothing at all, yeah, raking me as the king, and then Kingan as the kid, I like a buyer. She no kuma ki karba. As the king shares a caribbean kudi ki ada ki da kanki. Yaran kinda da ki I find they check zama ki duba yaran na. How are you going to take care of them?
And kuma wannan lokacin arziki ya maka dadi.
Yes.
Kisa duba in ka iya yin wani abu in ba ka iya kai kuma kina ki sai abu yazo ya fi karfinki. Kin fi wanda ba ta tun ma san dadin abin ba.
It's our number gefe na biyu. It has to be someone who, you know, is emotionally intelligent. Because kinsa matter wanga muna da yawa.
Mood swings.
Yeah, emotional human being. So it's very important kaman ka samu wanda ya san kaman okay matana akan ga take. He understands you, he understands your mood swings. Ina understand mood swings thinking. Ya san kaman oh maybe kina nan kina dariya no to kin switch yanzu ga.
Yana understand the biology of a woman.
Thank you.
Who is a woman?
Yes. So getting someone like that and knowing come on meshinga maybe na samu breakdown na he can still be there for me. But fall into depression, go zone down banda we in the done tend to very important.
Muka bar Khadija. She has all ba me mu ba ta kade. Mu take Khadija. Khadija the red flags before marriage.
Red flags the day. Kowa da yanda zai gani na shi da shi muna zai ta bakai na mata. So muka duba maybe ma maure na maza kuma ya kamata na mace nan ki try ki understand shi ma yanda yake temperamentin shi. Maybe you might think among his kan da yake because you think quote unquote kina son shi nan so you overlook certain things. Maybe yana fushi da sauri. But then even if you're not sorry, you should know what trigger that. Because in Kagani she maybe one of fushing baki gani. But the moment back try King Ghana I've been a cause fushing of shake of the cage, you just feel like he's just somebody who gets angry and
no, but akwai mazaka no. Akwai mazan da kan banza. Like it's like their mood swings are like women.
No matter.
We have men like that.
Yeah, but then in the sense that Kim try Kigani Meshi and then Kika identify something like this on him. Maybe don't feel like Kigara Shinka outrage but you should know I've been the key trigger one now but I've been the big trigger
one in the Nasan Yachi ba first year aure ba first year so it is not the honeymoon phase. It is the phase of knowing who you are dealing with. Who is your husband? Who is your wife?
So even borrow Magana moved to Menke for some time ago. He was advising married couples come on in the years already she in Aureka sorry high for in the first term of marriage. You use that time to understand each other. Well, look at the cookie dates or whatever. You don't really get to. You can pretend actually. You can pretend.
You can never know anyone unless you stay with the same room.
Not a day, not 2 days, not 3. But then for an entire year, we are going to come one. I'm a gashi of society as much a our next month and I
expect comment.
Yeah, the bummer, my back at our non privacy.
So about the day that only one may do about communication. Yeah, she communicate the matter. Because we have people who are naturally don't know how to communicate. And also in that sense, and you, how are you going to deal with such a person?
Magana but in temperament, you have a national the water. Catching I out in the red flags were there. They were visible enough. she knows what she was going
Love
into.
is blind.
Could you imagine? Imagine that you are on the courtship stage. Yeah, book about kinky working at Magana too much. Can I that didn't buy working
Serious.
And I was like, and you still went ahead, introduce him to your family. How I can be a Sadaki, my dear. Keke kase makanki. Wonder why back in Canada Karifi? Just because you are outspoken. So you are wouldn't back 2 years back. Yeah, mutu. And her worst regret till today. Tahai Futabashi. Kisan once in Kayada Kahai for the one you are attached to the person forever.
Yes.
Because there is something in between you. Something that bonds you, even if you don't like the person. Back it
You
down.
have no choice.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's clear. So red flags they you want you mama muna gani. Kinga mata. Muna ga red flags and we still go ahead and marry the person. You see love. Much of the thing you want to do daddy.
But you love you can
Use
common sense.
this. Allah didn't give it to you for free.
Yeah.
He gave it to you for a reason.
It's at the beginning, then they can explain marriage. Let's say,
Then they finish.
gave it. It should be the last thing.
Matter I've been like we know this. Ama bam follow. It's like we have very strong instincts.
Yes.
And one abunazwa, and you know this thing is not right for you. Keka senyo, but don't swear ya.
You still
you
still go.
maybe ya psyche.
Nache kunga urinda muka kanga. Wadi babang Batulia is a drum. It's a big drum and it's the biggest trumpet.
Yeah.
But here at Dandalin Mata Mumbuga Kai. Batu way tradition, custom and culture.
Yeah.
Yo damui magana da ba su yi muyi ko mun ki mun so our culture, our customs and our tradition ya define aure mu kuma yo ya zama ma aure mu wani ya ce masifa wani kuma ya ce ya gyara aure. What do culture?
Yes.
And again,
You know, Mumba Taada, 80% of our religion.
Yeah.
Adini. Kongan adini sauki ne fa.
Very.
Amma shi muka doki unnecessary cultures nga muka kakkare shi. Esa in ka duba shi ne shi doki almost 80% to shi mu shi kama
adini mau ba ma auren mau adini ma da muke ciki.
Shi mu shi kaman shine aka adini ya fadi. Could you just imagine kaman ko ma in our homes mu da muka zama mata ana maybe aikin gida. For instance, shake happen. You are your parents' home for crying out loud. You have to be okay. By chicken get like the slave. And then you go to somebody's house and then you say go to about. You see, mother and son fita, all right. A check much and for if you happen to be there, maybe my one up won't kick you. And she come on. It's in the Ike we name Jaggy the Mijinki.
Oh, my
Akazaki Jaki now.
I would think that didn't get an ear. So you see,
and you are going to suffer. So they make from the beginning on onset. I'm going to come Aure Gajia.
I'm chilling key.
It's a Kajak Jaki Gajini. Acquaintance and Naji Manyam Tan Africa Machede. Machede, I've been Wahalan Yakamata Machede, but some King of Mache. For instance, now she's having a menstrual cramps, right?
Yeah.
That pain she's feeling time, my grandchild, my cry. I quite she one day if you want
enjoy it. Our feelings are not validated. We cannot talk.
Yes.
Anything is acceptable.
Endure it. You are a woman, so just endure. You can just get a meeting. I've been at that. Yeah, feel. I've been at So what is this? May I did my thought about Machi, mad at Aure. Then we make marriage look like it's a prison.
Yeah.
Just because unchain me. Aljana kina shinka for meeting. Kimi yaki do kika for inki. Yaka for shineki gan aljana. Why? What are you doing there?
Khadija, let me check it. Kunji ai ko kunki ko kunso. gargajiya al'ada ba zai taba fin karfin musulunci ba. Da ba mun sani ba, amma yau mun sani kaman musulunci ya ba mu 90% of karfinmu, the right mu da yau muke fight for. It didn't come from any westernization. It didn't come from anybody. It came from Islam. It came from the Prophet. May the peace and blessings of Allah be upon him. Isa, we will do this. So, muje mu huta, mu sha ruwa, put our thoughts together, because when we come back, it will be fire. Inshallah, mun put our thoughts together, mun komo muku da zafafa. To, kafin mu wuce, kun san muna kan influence and culture. Ina culture ya kai mu. Menene abinda culture ya yi muna da ya yi kyau ko bai yi kyau ba. So, Khadija, we were on the influence of culture in our marriages, which ni da ke da kowa ya san kaman yana adaba mu. To, Khadija, ki duba negativity da positivity. How is it?
Well, negativity then the yawa. Na I know more than bus problem like when the bus ride then but then this is it akayeke. Muka duba culture na kuma culture mu ya suppress matter. Kuma bai kamata ba haka abin yake ba. Though maza ne. Right? Namiji, no matter what mace. Kuma da muke nan ga we are not talking come matter that take on the role of maza. We can't take up their roles. Amma abin da ya zama namu kuma da girma da ya kamata a bamu na mata a mai da hankali kanmu that's what we are calling for here. Isa muna da one culture da ke ba mata yake suppress rights mu, yana suppress voices mu, yana suppress even ma neman ilimin mu da sauransu. Culture nan bai da amfani.
Har da kiwon lafiya.
Bai da amfani. Domin akwai instances man da mace batun lafiyan ga akwai ciwon mata da yawa in mace ta bude bakin za ta fadi tana jin kunya ta yi batun ta yi maganan shi yo in ba don yo ilimi ya kai inda yake ba da in mace na haila ma yana mata biya ta bude bakin ta ce kamar tana haila an ce kamar don kina hailan nan boye kanki.
It comes with stigmatization.
Yes. Yo ba don ilimi ba in ba ilimi da ake da shi yo ma kin ganin ma mace mata ita Rika pad confidently ma tana tafi without even hiding it. Da waye ba mace wannan right. Akwai maza ma akwai halwa yau and I know you'll be surprised. Akwai mazan da matan su na haila ba su ci abinci.
I am not surprised. Yeah. I am not.
Halwa yau halgobe.
No, I have actually come across someone who says, you know, if a woman, his girlfriend, wife, tana cikin hailanta, bai bari ta dafa abinci. Yes. Bai bari ta dafa abinci.
Ba musulunci bane kuma. No, ba musulunci bane. Islam associate you with this.
She abin ban tausayi ma ne. Bayan an doki culture an suppress ma kare ne. She akara ne murin su ayoyin Qur'ani guda biyu inda ke ba maganar da ma ba, it's not even relating to the modern woman, today's woman. It's not even related to them. Ayoyin da suka zo how many years ago?
But
she azo ana rule life ka da shi yau zamani ga. So mun je ne ko mun komo.
Ko sani mutum in yana son ya fi karfinka ya yi iko da kai sai ya ce Allah ya ce
annabi
ya ce don an san in aka ce haka zuciyanka na mutuwa ka saduda. To mu gaya muku wanga blackmail, the guilty trapping, it is not working on today's woman. Khadija, Maga, it's broad. So continue.
So Kingdom Come, it's tradition with the culture. It favors the men more than the women.
Should we say it's centered on men and against women?
Okay, then it actually is, okay, but it's not majority now. Sooner favor Mazana. Yeah, majority now sooner favor Mazana. Cause
Flow, my baby.
so kamanyenda muka ibatum you know kana gidan parenting ka. And then you are being told kama bakayi akan gaba ka je gidan mijinka, you are going to even experience more than that. Shay kana da kimace na kina gida kina da kanin maza. They are also picking, they grow up with this mindset. Kama mata nan suefi nyezo wahala da komi nan duka suefi su endure. So suma sun just wife diyan wani. And then it's like I'm a traditional man. Yes. It's a ko kana wahala ma. Achima kai kasa binda iyaye musuka go through.
Yes. So I keep saying this. Let me come in. I keep saying it. Then kuna chicken fira. Koko kuna gida kuka ji iyaye na suka kira sunan wani suka ce Zia tayi aure ki san kaman
the kind of pain that she's going through.
Mu iya mu ba auren mu na zango sabon suna ma'ana auren zango walakanci tozarci
koto kula kuma wai ta sima wahala.
It means a whole mood. Auren mu na zango in kika je an ce auren zango auren musulmi ba modern man ba fa modern man da yana da okay, it means kina wahala ga kunci ga radadi, no one listens to you, but I tell you Allah listens.
Kuma in the ending nan she ya kawo abin ban takaici shine don mu da kanmu yaran zango mun san halayen mazajen zango mu zo muna me I have that even say kam ni ban son aure namijin da ya fito cikin zango.
Oh, but ba kowa ba.
No, I'm making a point because in the sense that muka because of what maza suke yi nan she muka gan matan na su je suna aure Allah.
Barin gyara zamana wanga magana akwai ran da damu treating shi as a topic on its own, but Fauzia in mace na wahala cikin aure in kika duba tana da iko wucewa ta wuce ko kuwa kin sani a yi su da soyayya ta zauna. What is the way out to that Muslim woman da take gajiya cikin aurenta?
Kingani, one thing is even checking addini and check everything that causes harm to you it becomes what haram to you. But then nyezo aure kana cikin aure kana wahala kana son ka fita na shana gan you are committing the most biggest it's a big abomination.
Yes. Ya fi shirka ma. Kashe an ba kana son ka fita aure ya fi shirka.
In haure haramu ni me sa akwai verse ya sunan shi sorry divorce haramu ni why is there a whole verse on divorce?
Dedication to it.
So if you are in this kind of marriage, okay, see, forget manta da abinda wani day che. It's about you. Prioritize your happiness. The mental health thing very important. Kina da yara kina zamni ki che kama don akwai yara. Duba yara hen tun suna kankani. Forget kama su babies nyo. Yanzu ba iPhone babies so.
They have eyes.
No, yanzu ba iPhone baby.
Yeah, they are
suke zuwa.
Aka bugo zamani kuma.
Kina cikin abusive marriage, kina cikin toxic marriage. Suna duban wannan duka. So what you are thinking that you are staying don't su kari rayuwan su yi basa like some you are even helping to destroy their life.
You are damaging them.
Yes.
You are damaging your kids.
Yeah.
and you are traumatizing them. If you ever think or thought staying in that marriage will make that children happy and successful, then the little matter is telling you that you are making the biggest mistake. And also, kafin mu gabatar da shirin, ko kuka visit kafin mu fara mun ce muku kaman kun ga kyawun mun ga mu mata ukun ga Aliganza ladies da muke zaune ga. Makeup was done by Ralph's Touch or Ralph's Creation. Tana Madina Zango kusa da masallacin Tarika. Number da ku kira ta is 0594 602481 0594 602481. Ralph will just do the magic on your face. Trust her. So we are still on it.
Yes, adding to what Zia Kafadi make a very much the key to our Russian
Stigma.
Sana me je kaki aiki maka ce yo ban aiki gobe magana yazo you can't move out because bed na duka ya komo kanki kuma baki da we are not financially strong.
Yes.
Exactly do but ma ki support ma yaranki because honestly akwai single mothers in that they've done wonderfully well taking care of their kids without
you wouldn't even know that
yes.
Men and
because me Martin nan sun understand ka ba kansu when aikin na yi ba su bari aure na ya limiting su because me shan kamar ba as at this point da abin be let me tell you this akwai na da wata abiyana Tai aure for almost I think getting to 7 years kenan. Well one ita tana no take for mami daga duba ka sani. Aure da muke yi ga zaman da muke zama ni ban gan ko na amfani da ke cike sa let's go our separate ways.
Wow.
Yes.
Zona time
Yes. Ta ga kamar no.
Aikin ga da take yin nan
ba ko mi ciki.
Very yield result.
Ba ko mi ciki so let's just go our separate ways. Kuma haka kai. And she's okay taking care of her child. Na mi feeling like ta kai kanta masu.
Wow, let me chip in Khadija. Kinga kaman muna batun single mothers ya baki mamaki. The number of single mothers in marriages outnumbers those outside. Mata da kike gan su cikin aure su ne su suke head of the family. You see? So don't look. Say a prayer for them and hope for something better for yourself. If you want I tap it. Your blessing just because I'm back alone. The flowers. Kuna tap into the wrong blessing.
Why would you even blame them?
Yeah,
I would have them come on trophy.
Mbaki, yeah.
If no, you see, back arrive, come back, achieve.
Some people are soon as stage king arena and don't stigma and the unkofto. Yanda ake dubanka mutane na dubanka different. Even keka chicken arena, keka some wahala da keka get chicken. I want you to don't have him banza.
Ananga fira ya idadi amma lokacin ga wai bai ba mu dama wai kana son ka fita sai a ce saboda mugun halin banza kuma wai wanda ya sa takalmin ga da na sa ni na saurin da yake masu na isa am I be with that nobody if it's not good we'll leave on this beautiful note. This beautiful discussion, today's edition of Dandalin Mata. Yo, that will roof a curtain. Until next week, watch out. Mata!